Kia ora, and welcome to Monday's Economy Watch, where we follow the economic events and trends that affect New Zealand. I'm David Chaston, and this is the international edition from interest.co.nz, and today we lead with news. Expectations of an imminent resolution of the Persian Gulf standoff have stalled. Iranian officials have reversed reopening the Strait of Hormuz after the US refused to end its blockade of Iranian ports. Ships attempting to cross the Strait of Hormuz have been fired on. This is expected to weigh on financial markets when they open later today. This week locally will be all about the March quarter CPI, which were released on Tuesday. Because most of that quarter didn't see the oil price spike until March, markets expect a 2.9% quarterly rate, slightly less than the 3.1% rate in the fourth quarter of 2025. This is a data series that really needs to be released monthly. It will be preceded by trade balance data today and followed by the QSBO and an update on productivity. In Australia, there are no major economic data releases, although we will get flash reports on their April PMIs. In the US, apart from earnings updates, they too will get flash April PMIs, and confirmation hearings for Kevin Walsh will put this billionaire in the spotlight. In China, PMI results will also feature in a light data week. In Japan, it'll be about March trade data and retail sales. Central banks will review their monetary policy settings and rates in China, Malaysia and the Philippines this week. Over the weekend, Iran confirmed what most people understood. Trump was claiming victory without any deals in place, and that is making ship transit of the Straits of Hormuz hazardous again. It looks like the progress claimed was a mirage. In Canada, small business sentiment rose in April, an unexpected shift, but likely due to local election results. The trade group that does this survey says it is still weak, but is actually back to the levels that prevailed prior to the pandemic. But Canadian housing starts sagged somewhat in March, coming in below February levels and what was expected. They are now 6.9% higher than year-ago levels, however. Indian loan growth reached 16.1% in the year to March, according to official data released over the weekend. That is the fastest pace they've recorded since they started tracking this metric in April 2025. In China, their construction machinery sector rose strongly in March, with excavator sales up nearly 30%, of which domestic demand was up almost 24%. Malaysian CPI inflation remained tame in March, just shy of 1.7%, although that was their highest rate since the beginning of 2025. They also reported that first quarter 2026 economic activity rose 5.3%, and slightly less than the 5.5% expected. Meanwhile, Singaporean exports were up 15.3% from a year ago, their second fastest monthly rise since mid-2024. The US Treasury 10-year yield is now just on 4.24%, down 1 basis point from this time Saturday, and the same as last week. And the price of gold will start today down $28 at $4,829 an ounce. American oil prices are down 50 cents at just under $84 a barrel, while the international Brent price is down to $90.50 a barrel. These new levels are down $12 and $4 a barrel respectively. The North American rig counts fell again. Tonight, all eyes will be on the IEA's April update of the global oil situation. And the Kiwi dollar is down 10 basis points from Saturday at 58.8 US cents, up 30 basis points for the week though. Against the Aussie, we're unchanged at 82.1 Australian cents. Against the euro, we're also unchanged at just on 50 euro cents. That all means our trade weighted index starts today also unchanged from Saturday at just over 62.2, but up 20 basis points for the week. And the Bitcoin price starts today at $74,842 and 3% from Saturday. A week ago it was $72,976. Volatility of the past 24 hours has been modest though, just on plus or minus 1.1%. You can get more news affecting the economy in New Zealand from interest.co.nz. Kia ora, I'm David Chaston. We'll do this again tomorrow.